personality of the partnership exists? Kailan nagkaroon ng juridical personality ang partnership? At what moment? At the moment there is agreement among the partners. Unlike corporation, yung juridical personality niya exists when the the certificate of incorporation is approved by the SEC. Pero dito, hindi kailangan may approval ng SEC before masabi that partnership exists. Kasi is of formation connotes a partnership contract is being formed at the moment there is agreement. Okay? So by agreement of the partners. Limited life. Bakit limited life? Kasi it can easily be dissolved. The dissolution of the partnership has many causes. Pwede siyang by the death, insanity, insolvency, or withdrawal by the partners for the partnership. So pwede mabilis siyang ma-dissolve. Okay? Unlike corporation, kahit mamatay pa man yung mga founders dyan, still the corporation exists. But the partnership, hindi ganon. So kung yung partner maghanap ng ibang partner, wala na yung yung naunang partner. So the partnership, the original partnership is dissolved. Assignment of partners interest. So the assignment of partners interest, meaning to say, yung um, ownership interest of the partner can be assigned into another person, and the assignee of interest is not a partner. The job lang of the assignee of interest is to receive the profits that the assignor of the part of the interest intended to receive. So meron ba siyang pakialam or pwede ba siyang mangialam sa management ng assignee of interest? Hindi. Kasi yung role niya is ano lang, to receive lang what or the assigner of interest intended to receive. Example, Quadra is the partner to ABC partnership. He assigned his interest to Gante. For what reason? It could be, for example, may utang siya kay Gante. So whatever Quadra receives as profit share of the partnership, it should be assigned to Gante. So ganun. Unlimited liability. Bakit unlimited? Kasi unlike corporation, partnership, especially general partner, are liable up to the extent of their personal assets. Okay. Mutual agency. In mutual agency, all partners are agents to the partnership. So whatever the contracts entered by the partner, even without the consent of the other partners, as long as he acted within his authority, is binding to the partnership. Nakuha? So in a partnership, all partners are agents. So there is principal and agent relationship here. The principal is the partnership, the partners are the agents. Okay? So basta acted lang siya within the authority ng mga partners, whatever the contracts entered by them with another person is binding to the partnership. Separate legal personality. When the partnership is being formed, there are personalities created. Juridical personality, and of course, the partners themselves. Okay? That is this which are distinct from each partners. So meron tayong partnership and partners. Sharing of profits and losses, of course, it's based on their agreement. Mayroon nasa articles of co-partnership. The written documents that would state kung ano yung napag-agrihan nila. But there are cases in which the profits and losses are not stated in the partnership agreement. So we'll discuss that one pagdating natin sa next chapter, yung partnership operations. Then plurality of capital and drawing accounts. Bakit? The capital accounts and the drawing accounts depends on the number of partners. So kung madaming partners, madami din capital and drawing accounts. Meaning to say, each partners are assigned with individual capital accounts and individual drawing accounts na hindi siya present sa corporation. Okay? So ganon. Next, advantages and disadvantages of partnership. So merong advantages ang partnership over corporation. Meron din siyang disadvantage sa corporation as well as meron din siyang advantages and disadvantages over a sole proprietorship business. One of the advantage of the partnership business is of course in terms of formation as compared to corporation, it is simple to form or organized. Hindi kailangan maghintay kasi the corporation is created by operations of law. Remember that. Meaning to say, it is the law that will say that this corporation is being formed. But the partnership, hindi ganon. Kapag may agreement ang mga partners to form a business, even though hindi pa siya legally registered, the corporation exists. And whatever the contracts entered by these partners, even without the legalities, meaning legalities meaning wala pang registration, it is binding to the third party or affected by the contract. In fact, mayroon tayong tinatawag na partnership by estoppel. Later on, we'll discuss that. So, these are the advantages and the disadvantages of the partnership. So, din natin yan isa-isahin. Matubos oras natin dyan. Kinds of partnership. There are kinds of partnership and there are also kinds of partners. Okay. As to activity, we have trading and non-trading. So, meaning to say, pag trading, they are into selling or manufacturing of goods. Pag non-trading, that is services. So, saan nabilong yung mga accounting firms natin? Dito sa non-trading partnership. Okay? Yung mga accounting firms, tinatawag na sila na GPP o the General Professional Partnership. Basta as long as they are exercising their profession, that is called a GPP. Okay, as to object, we have universal partnership and particular partnership. Universal partnership, hindi specific kung ano yung object ng partnership. Pwede siyang universal partnership of all present property and of all profit. Pag present property, meaning to say lahat ng property are contributed to the partnership. Walang specific, kundi lahat nung time na nagbuo kayo ng partnership, nag-agree kayo, however the property of existing to the partners, yun yung magiging partnership property. Okay? Universal partnership of all profit. Profit lang, hindi kasama property dyan. Meaning to say, the partnership after the formation, if universal partnership of all profit yung napag-agrihan, the enjoyment of the property will inure to the benefits of the partnership. Okay, but not the property itself. Particular partnership, of course, there is a specific na property or money. Example, land lang. So land lang yung contribution. Okay, so particular meaning specific. As to liability of partners, mayroong partnership at will and partnership with a fixed term. Partnership at will, kapag kagusto lang nila, hanggang gusto nilang magsama, yun. Nag-exist ang partnership. Partnership with a fixed term, meron lang term. Example, 5 years lang nila gusto. After 5 years, pwede nilang i-renew or hindi or i-stop. Para bang they're just testing the waters. Yun yung mga relationship na mga disposable relationship. Let's try if we will if we are compatible for the first 3 months. Wow. After that, we'll separate ways. Yung partnership at will, pwede sila magsama hanggang gusto nila. Pangit, no? Sana hindi yung applicable in your personal relationship. As to representation to others, ordinary partnership and partnership by estoppel. Pag sinabing ordinary partnership, meaning to say, both partners know that they are partners and also the public knows na there is partnership. I mean, it is binding among them kasi there is really a partnership that is being organized. Okay? So meaning to say, mga partners, alam nila na partner sila. Because first and foremost, there was an agreement made that a partnership exists. Okay? So that is ordinary. How about partnership by estoppel? This is actions and representations of the persons that binds the third parties, pero sa totoo lang, wala talagang partnership na nag-exist. But because of that misrepresentation of that person who enters into a contract na convince yung other party, the third party, that there is partnership exists, and those other person na misrepresent ng another person give their consent. So parang ganito. Si Miss Quadra enters into a contract with Miss Guzanes, the third party. Magbebenta sila, ganito na lang. Sige. Magbebenta sila ng books. Example, books, accounting books. So na-enter na siya into supplier sila with Miss Guzan kay Guzanes na bookstore. Example. So Miss Quadra now represents herself na partner siya ni Miss Kanyamaso ang Lagulaw. Pero sa totoo lang, walang partnership na Kanyamaso, Quadra ang Lagulaw. Hindi yun nag-exist. Walang ganong partnership. Pero ni-represent ni Miss Quadra na partner sila ni Kanyamaso ang Lagulaw. Paron, napaniwala si Guzanes that there is partnership. Question, will that contract be enforceable to the partners? Yes, if Lagulaw and Kanyamaso give their consent. So hindi sila nag-react, wala mang partnership, o ingon po nila ay partnership. So that is estoppel. Meaning to say, because of their actions and representations, it comes that the third party believes into that misrepresentation. Nakuha? Na sa totoo lang, wala naman talagang partnership na nabuo. That is partnership by estoppel. So in reality, there is no partnership, but it is considered as one in relation to those by their contract or omission are precluded or disprove the partnership existence. Next, de jure partnership and de facto partnership. Pag de jure partnership, meaning to say, this is a partnership that complied with all the requirements for the establishment. Meaning to say, it undergoes yung lahat ng mga legal requirements para mabuo yung partnership. Meaning, nag-is-easy sila, nag-city hall sila, lahat ng registration process legally na comply nung yung requirements na yon with all of those requirements. Itong de facto partnership, it fails to comply with all of the requirements. Pero sir, will that hinders the partnership to enter into a contract? No. Kahit hindi pa buo yan o hindi pa na yan narehistro kasi kulang yung mga requirements, if they started to enter into a contract with another person and that another person, the third party, is being binded already, so it is enforceable. But sir, what is the liability of this partnership na hindi naman pala sila compliant sa lahat ng requirements for registration or for establishment? Of course, there are corresponding liability in terms of sa mga government agencies. Example, you enter into a sale contract with another person, hindi ka rehistro sa BIR. What would be your liability? Of course, you were liable for tax evasions. Di ba? Kasi hindi mo dineclare yun. Paano ka magdi-declare? Wala kang ang resibo. That is the basis of our declaration. So may corresponding. Pero, binding ba siya to another person or to another party? Yes. Binding siya. In fact, the partnership exists even a simple agreement of the partner. Hindi naman sinabi doon na created sila by law na dapat before sila mag-start ng business, dapat or enters into a contract, dapat sasabihin mo na ng batas na rehistro sila. Hindi. Okay? Hindi. So it is binding. Pero kung corporation yan, ay hindi pwede. Hindi pwede. Okay? So partnership, pagka ganon, if in fact may de facto partnership na tinatawag, it exists even walang compliance of all the legal requirements. It will be binding to another party who believes on their representation. As to publicity, we have secret partnership and open partnership. So pag secret, closed siya. Okay? Pag open partnership, it is known to the public. So we have also classifications of partners. We have capitalist, industrial, capitalist, industrial. Capitalist, there is contributions of money or property. Pag industrial, services. I mean, yung expertise niya, talent, skills. Okay? Pwede ding a combination of capitalist and industrial partner. So at the same time, capitalist siya, at the same time, industrial partner. So sir, paano natin siya i-determine? Kung for example, mayroong profits, paano mag-share si industrial partner? Ano yung basis ng ano niya? Ng tawag nito? Ng share distribution of profits and loss. At saka, paano i-journal entry yung contribution ni industrial partner? Wala namang valuation yon. Okay? So si capitalist partner mabilis kasi kung magkano yung valuation ng contribution. But industrial partner, we cannot do so. It's a memo entry only. Na ito siya is an industrial partner. Pagdating ng distribution ng profits and losses, capitalist partner will get based on what they agree or based on the capital contribution, if that would be the basis. Industrial partner, what is just and equitable. Yun yung sinasabi sa batas. How will the industrial partner share on the profits and losses? Profits lang actually. Kapag losses, hindi mag-share si industrial partner. Bakit? Yung contribution niya doon, yung talent skills niya na binuhos doon sa partnership business is the share of the losses na. Pero kapag profit, meron siyang share. Ano yon? Just and equitable. Kung ano yung just and equitable, meaning to say fair para sa kanya, para babayaran yung services niya, yun yung share of the profits and losses ng industrial partner. Okay. As to liability, we have discussed that, general and limited partner. As to management, we have managing and silent. Managing partner, yung the one who manage the day-to-day business. Yung silent partner is, ano lang siya, tawag nito? Actually, ano lang siya, contributor lang talaga siya. Either general or limited partner siya. Basta hindi siya in terms of management, silent siya. Okay? So day-to-day transactions, hindi siya hands-on. We have other classifications, nominal partner by name. Tapos we also have the secret partner, meaning to say, hindi siya known to public na partner pala siya. Then we also have ostensible partner and dormant partner. Actually, ang dormant partner has a characteristics of a secret partner and ostensible partner. So meaning to say, silent siya, then pagkahuman, secret po siya na partner. Okay? Then we have liquidating partner, a partner that is assigned for the liquidation of the partnership affairs in case that they will undergo a liquidation process. Ba't nawala yun? Okay. So, articles of co-partnership. So, in articles of co-partnership, ito yung laman niya. Ito yung mga tawag nito, makikita natin in the partnership contract. Okay? In the written partnership contract or agreements. So, name of the partners, tapos yung address, etc. Up to the provision or for arbitration in settling the disputes if there are disputes that needs to be settled. Kung for example, the partnership business undergoes a certain na mga lawsuits, etc. Okay, next. Capital accounts. As we state, as we discussed kanina, the capital accounts of the partners, there is plurality in terms of capital and withdrawing accounts. So as many partners, there are also the number of capital accounts depends on the number of partners. Kasi individually, meron silang sariling capital accounts and also drawing accounts. So, capital and drawing accounts, how it changes. For capital accounts, it increased by initial or original investment, additional investment, and share in net income. Although that share in net income can be credited to drawing accounts, then the drawing accounts will be transferred to the capital account. So may option kasi tayo. For example, share in net income. So pwede siyang may option na pwedeng idiretso sa capital accounts or pwede mo nang ipapark sa drawing accounts, then the drawing accounts will be closed to the capital accounts later. Okay? Or para diretso na lang, pwedeng automatically affected na sa capital accounts. At ginagawa yan ng mga ibang partnership kasi mayroon silang tinatawag na temporary drawings. So yung temporary drawings, it's reflected in the drawing accounts. So yung mga temporary drawings is applicable kung for example sa mga managing partners na nagwi-withdraw or mga partners na mostly is managing partners na may nare-receive na salary from the partnership. The salary kasi ng mga partners sa partnership, it's not an expense, but it's a manner of distributing profits and losses. Okay? For example, Miss Quadra is the managing partner. So kay managing partner siya, hindi siya employee, partner siya sa partnership. So since siya na nagmamanage, ano yung benefits niya in managing? Alam nga naman profits distribution lang. Unfair yun para sa unfair sa kanya yun compared sa ibang mga partner na hindi naman nagtatrabaho kasi they are silent partner. So si Miss Quadra ngayon, mas malaki ba yung magiging share niya sa profits and losses? To answer that, pwede siyang bigyan ng salary. Example, salary niya 50,000 a month. So yung 50,000 a month na yon, way yon of having a salary is one method of distributing profits and losses. So, gagawa tayo ng drawing account, temporary withdrawal. So, yung 50,000 multiplied, monthly, magwi-withdraw siya ng 50,000. So, ilalodge natin siya sa withdrawal kasi yung salaries na yun, hindi siya expenses ng partnership. Nakuha? Ganon. So, yung temporary withdrawal na yun, i-account natin siya in the drawing account. Tapos, the balances of that, tapos i-credit natin yung net income, share in net income. So whatever the balance of that drawing accounts, either debit or credit yan at the end of the year will be close to the capital accounts. Okay. So capital accounts will be debited by permanent or capital withdrawal. Magkaiba ang intention ng temporary withdrawal at saka permanent withdrawal ha. Pag permanent withdrawal, the intention is to decrease the capital account. But the temporary withdrawal is in anticipation of the share of profits. Okay? Kaya may temporary withdrawal. Kasi i-offset natin siya doon sa expected profit that will be received at the end of the period, of the accounting period. So permanent withdrawal, drawings in excess of a specified amount, meaning to say, kung ang temporary withdrawal mo, ang expected lang siya, ang specified amount lang is 50,000 a month. Kung nag-exceed ka sa 50,000, that is considered as permanent withdrawal. That is drawings in excess of a specified amount. Withdrawal of large and irregular accounts, share in net losses, though this may be debited to drawing accounts, and closing of the net balance in the debit balance in the partner's drawing account. Of course, yung drawing accounts will be closed at the end of the accounting period to the capital account. So what remains is the capital accounts balances at the end of the period. Okay. Drawing or personal accounts versus capital withdrawals. Meaning, pag temporary withdrawals and permanent withdrawals, magkaiba yon as what we discussed kanina. Okay, so ito. Drawing accounts provides a records of its partner's drawing during an accounting period. This may be compared with drawings allowed in the partnership agreement in order to establish an accounting control over excessive drawings. So, drawings are also a factor in many profits and loss sharing agreements kapag ka, we're talking here about the temporary withdrawals. Then after the drawing accounts, yung balance of the drawing account at the end of the period will be close to the capital account. So kung for example, drawing accounts has a balance of 120,000 at the end of the year, so it will be close to the capital account. So the capital account now, ito yung sinasabi dito sa previous slide na closing of a net debit balance in the partner's drawing account. Okay? So, kung ilan yung withdrawal na yan, ay kung ilang partners yan sila, yun din yung number of the drawing accounts. Next, loan accounts. Meron tayong loan to partners and loan from partners. Okay. Loan to partners, meaning that is receivable of the partnership from the partners. Loan to partners, meaning to say nagpa-loan si partnership to the partner. Pag loan from partners, that is payable account. Okay, payable account. So magkaiba ba yan siya, sir, sa capital? Magkaiba. Magkaiba yung loan from partners. Kung loan from partners, that is loans payable. Magkaiba yon sa capital of the partner. Magkaiba din yung loan to partners sa drawing accounts. Okay? Bakit may ganung mga instances na nag-i-extend ng loan? Okay? Kasi hindi siya, ang intention is to really extend loan, not for withdrawal or investments. Okay? For example, loan to partner. So meaning, si partnership nagpa-loan to the partner. So that is receivable on the part of the partnership. Kay partner naman, that is utang niya kay partnership. Okay? So ang intention yon is not to withdraw. Not withdrawal of capital, but hiram niya kay partnership. Okay? So it bears interest? Yes. Loan from partner, kulang. Kung instead mag-loan siya sa bangko, mag-loan na lang siya sa mga partner na mayroong excess na ano. Pero the intention of the partner there to extend loan to the partnership is not to make additional investment, but loans talaga siya. So may impact yan siya ngayon pagdating natin sa liquidation. Okay? Kasi yung mga loans na yan, mayroon tayong tinatawag na right of offset. So, we will be utilizing that loans ngayon kung mayroon mang loans na natira as a right of offset to any capital deficiency. Kasi 'di ba, kapag deficient yung capital ng partners, anong mangyayari? Either magko-contribute siya ng additional investment or sasaluhin siya ng ibang mga partner. Kasi hindi po pwedeng in the liquidation process, hindi pwedeng mayroon diyang negative na capital. So sir, ipa-contribute pa mo pa talaga yon kahit na wala naman siyang capacity to contribute kasi ano naman siya tawag nito, insolvent siya. Kapag insolvent yung partner, of course, sasaluhin siya ng mga partner na solvent. Pero before siya saluhin, kailangan i-take effect muna yung ano niya, yung loans. So kung for example, si Miss Quadra, mayroon siyang nagpa-loan siya kay partnership. So si partnership ngayon may loans payable kay Quadra. Si Quadra pagka-end ng during the liquidation process, mayroon siyang capital deficiency, negative yung capital balance niya. Tapos insolvent siya. So before siya saluhin ng ibang partner, for example ni Kanyamaso, i-offset muna natin yung loans na in-extend niya sa partnership. Hindi niya pwede, kukunin ko yon, hindi. I-offset talaga siya. So yun yung role ng loan accounts na yon kapag during the process of liquidation. Pero what we are communicating here is possible pala magkaroon ng loan to and from, yes. But that is accounted as separate from withdrawal and capital. Nakuha? Okay. So kung for example, there is 5,000, 10% 1-year loan from C to the partnership. So that is loan from the partners. So entry would be debit to cash, credit to loans payable to C of 50,000. Okay. Capital interest as opposed to profit interest. Pag capital interest, it means your ownership interest in the partnership. Magkaiba siya sa profit interest. Okay, magkaiba yon. Ang profit interest, it's means of distributing profits and losses. Example, 60-40. So yung profit interest ng partner na isa 60, yung isa naman 50. Pero when it comes to capital interest, it is the ratio of the ownership of the partner to the partnership. Example, Quadra and Kanyamaso form a partnership. They contributed 100,000 for Quadra, Kanyamaso 100,000, so tag 100 sila. Magkano yung capital ownership interest ni Quadra and Kanyamaso? That is 50%. Nakuha? Pero in terms of profit and loss distribution, will it go the same way? Depende. Kapag for example, ang profit and loss distribution, even though equal yung contribution nila, 60-40, yun yung profit interest. But capital interest, kung titingnan natin kung magkano yung capital balances ng partner, yun yung capital interest ratio niya. Nakuha in the partnership. It means magkano yung magkano yung percentage of ownership niya sa partnership. Di ba ibig sabihin sir na kung 50-50 sila, yun din yung profit and loss distribution, 50-50? How about kung si Miss Quadra is the managing partner, si Kanyamaso is a silent partner. Unfair naman kay Quadra kung maghati silang ng 50-50 sa profit. Will that be fair? No, of course. Pero in terms of interest, capital ownership, pareho sila tag 100. It could be possible. But it doesn't mean na yun din yung maging basis natin in the distribution of profits and losses. Okay, so magkaiba yung partnership interest, capital interest. Partner's capital interest is the claims of the partner or ownership claim niya against the net assets. So meaning to say the capital of the in the capitalization of the partnership as shown in the balance of the partner's capital accounts. Interest in profits and losses determines how the partner's capital interest will increase or decrease as a result of subsequent operations. Meaning to say, because this is how will the profits and losses be distributed, So, kung dito natin makikita what is the increase or decrease of of his capital interest in the partnership. Kasi depende sa performance sa operation if that is profit or losses. So pagdating natin ng next chapter, doon natin na mas ma-appreciate yung difference nitong dalawang ito. Kasi there are cases in which the profit and loss distribution is distributed based on the capital contribution. So in that way, the profit interest distribution would be the same as the capital contribution na ratio. Ganun. Okay. So take note that the capital interest may change. Okay? It may change. Pwede ngayon, year na to, si Miss Quadra and Miss Kanyamaso may 50% both. Pwedeng pagka next year, mas malaki na yung kay Quadra, mas maliit kay Kanyamaso. Kasi take note, kung balikan natin itong capital accounts, it changes from period to period. Tama? Meron diyang maa-add na investment, meron diyang mga withdrawals. So it will decrease or it will change the capital interest. So hindi siya stable. Okay? Any question before we proceed? Wala, 6 minutes na lang. Okay, dito tayo mag-end. Investments to the partnership. Diba, we've discussed that partners can contribute money, property, or industry. Pag money, kung ano yung face value of the cash investments, yun. Kapag foreign currency denominated, it should be converted based on the current conversion ratio, current conversion rate. So convert natin siya into peso. How about, sir, if that is non-cash investments? How to value or what is the valuation method used? Ganito. Kapag non-cash investments, dalawa yan. Based on agreed value or fair market value. Kapag walang fair market value and there is an agreed value, anong magpe-prevail? Agreed value. So ganito, kapag present yung both agreed value and fair market value, agreed value yung magpe-prevail unless of course if sasabihin na fair value yung masusunod. Pero pag wala, then that is based on the agreed value. It should be noted that in case there is a conflict between agreed value and fair value, agreed value prevails. Kasi minsan class ganito, ang fair value mas mababa kaysa agreed value or vice versa. So, kung merong conflict in terms of the amount of valuation, agreed value shall prevail. Okay? Kasi yun yung napaagrihan ng mga partners. In terms of services contributed by the industrial partner, it should be through a memorandum entry. Okay? How about the assumption of liabilities? The assumption of the liabilities should be valued at present value of the remaining cash flows. Pwede pala i-assume ang liability, pwede. Example, may contribution na land, pero yung land na yun naka-mortgage. So yung mortgage liability can be assumed by the partnership. If assumed by the partnership, kung magkano yung present value of that liability, yun yung i-record natin sa partnership books. So, yung pwede din siya, sir, na hindi i-assume, pwede. Pwede din siyang hindi i-assume. If hindi i-assume, sino magbabayad nun? Si partner na. Ano na yan? Personal liability na niya yun. Hindi na siya maging liability ni partnership. Okay? In that case, generous yung partner na ganun. Pero most of the time, mayroon talaga siyang, kung mayroong encumbrances into the property contributed, it goes. Parang madadala siya doon. Ganon. So most of the problems na makikita natin ganon. So that is the valuation. So fair market value or agreed value. Pero what will prevail is agreed value if in case there is conflict. Present value naman of the remaining cash flows yung assumption of any liabilities assumed by the partnership. Okay? So, mag-i-end na to. Wait lang ha. Any question before we end the class? Wala.
None na po, sir.
See you on Friday. Make sure to read the remaining materials. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye po, sir.
Bye, sir.
You're welcome.
Sir, thank you po.